got a live feed. All right. Just waiting for the tribe to check in. There she is. Welcome, my new friend. Thank you for checking in. I always tell the first couple of people when they check in, you're the first one in the door, so you get the best virtual seat in the house. So it's my funny little way of telling everybody you're the first one in, so you get the seat right up at the edge of the stage. So welcome. The rest of the tribe will be joining in shortly. So good to have you here. Hope you're doing okay. Digging out those pictures was cathartic because, as we talked about last night, Pat was put here to make people laugh. And I was just laughing looking at some of those pictures. I did not realize, I haven't looked at those in forever. They've been buried in a box with a bunch of other personal photos. I had the foresight to write all that information down on the back of Dennis. And I was trying to think today, I think his name was Hardin or Harding. He was a staff sergeant. But, Pat called him Jumpin' Jack Trash. And now you know why. That was funny. So I hope you enjoyed those. They're fading. I've been keeping them in a box in the dark, so that helps. But at some point, those will be almost unrecognizable. So thank you for being my universal nudge. I probably need to have those scanned in really well. But I was thinking today, I have a printer that prints on, I have photo paper that I use on occasion. If you wanted me to print any of those nicely for you, like on photo paper and mail them to you, unless you have a printer that will do that, they'll look nicer and probably preserve them for a while, and you can frame them or whatever. So think about it. You can message me whenever and let me know. And tomorrow, I don't have any clients. I had a booking this afternoon, so tomorrow I will make some coffee in the morning and I'll be back into that box. And I know there's other photos. We did a night operation where we were like an opposition force and we were all made up in cami face paint and everything. And there's a picture or two of Pat in there and a couple other guys. So I didn't find those in the ones that I sent you today. They're all just kind of in packs and spread out. So I'm going to find those. They're there somewhere. And see what I can do about finding those tomorrow. Sharona's here. Always a great week. I try not to use my cheaters, but always a great week to see more than once. Yay, I can't stand long. Oh, okay. Can you stay long enough for me to play our song so you can sing along with me? Seth says, that's funny. I'm so glad you sent those. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed them. I enjoy going back and looking at Pat's photos. Yeah, I very much enjoyed. Those are, 40 years ago. Way before you met him. And that was in my time with him. So I'm glad. I have a few others from that night op thing, but that's it. So everything I sent you are the ones I know I have of him. If I stumble on others, I'd be surprised, but I don't think so. But I will send you anything I can get. Sharona says, yay, okay, let's give it one more minute and then we'll start playing so you and I can virtually sing the duet that we did all those years ago during my Friday Night Live set here with our buddy Steve Pulse. So Yeah, so Steph, I rarely drink beer. I'm a red wine guy, but when I do, it's Guinness Stout because I'm Irish. Pat was Scottish, so I bought a 6-pack of these on the way home. There's a lot of, woo, I know it's really bright because I'm broadcasting through my 27-inch iMac and the screen is really bright. So I'm sipping these in honor of Pat tonight with a lime slice in it because I like it with lime. Sharonis, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, let me wait for one more person. We'll get started. He would be honored. Yes, well, I'm gonna honor him tonight, and you as well, which I didn't want to text you or message you, so it was a surprise. So I'll leave it at that. So thanks for checking in. I know Kevin Jean should be checking in pretty quick. Let's let me get my pipes warmed up. All right, Sharon, you ready? So you and I did this over a decade ago live during my Friday night set at the coffee shop I played here. So this is our buddy Steve Holtz, who discovered Jewel, and they wrote this in 1996 and went to #1 and knocked the Macarena off the charts. So I'll hear you in my head. You hear the clock, it's 6 a.m. It feels so far from where I've been. I've got my eggs, I've got my pancakes too. I've got my maple syrup, everything but you. Break the yolks and make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror, don't leave the keys in the door. Never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Called my mom and she was out for a walk. Consoled a cup of coffee, but I didn't want to talk. So I picked up the paper, it was more bad news. More hearts being broken, more people being used. Put on my coat and pouring rain. I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy and I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, go about my business, doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story now, much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Hey. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. Oops, I blew that. I brushed my teeth, put the cap back on. I know you need it when I leave the light on. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. I try to tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I Soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Opening up a little Steve Poltz, our buddy Steve and Jewel Sharona. Sorry I blew the last couple of lines on that. I don't know how that happened. It will on occasion happen. Even songwriters like myself sometimes forget the lyrics to our own songs. If you're on a big stage, which I have not been, only smaller venues, it's awesome though when well-known songwriters or performers forget their lines and the crowd sings right through with them. It's like, that's an awesome thing. Kevin's here. What's up, brother? Kevin, say hello to my new and now your new friend Stephanie. Stephanie was Pat's sweetheart, and we're going to honor Pat tonight. I'll explain in a minute. The Batgirl's here from Ohio. Yay, thanks for checking in. Good to see you. Kev, I hope that the newlyweds would check in because I had a Facebook memory. Today's their 4th anniversary, so it was 4 years ago that I officiated. You guys flew me out to Dallas, and I got to join them in matrimony. And then I took this picture, and Mandy loved it, and that popped up on my Facebook feed. I can't believe it's been 4 years. So I was going to sing their wedding song if any of them tuned in, but that's okay. We can always save it for later. Z's here. What's up, brother? Z says happy anniversary. Yeah. It'd be cool if we get Mark or Mandy to check in. I'll sing them their wedding song that I sang for them, their Elvis song. So Kevin and I served together in the Air Force, and we were stationed at Mather Air Force Base, Sacramento. And one of the most entertaining, funny, crazy, and brother from another mother, Pat Brody, was one of the Staff Sergeant NCOs that we served with. And if you knew Pat at all, guys would have followed him to hell and back. He was just a great, great guy. And I got to spend some time after 29 years. We talked on the phone, but I hadn't seen him. And when I went to Seattle in 2012, which I thought was only 9 years ago, then I looked up the pictures and saw it was in 2012. I can't believe it's been 12 years. We spent half a day together, and it was like we had just seen each other the week before. It was so funny. And so I found out yesterday that my dear friend Pat passed away on June 26th. And so I got to talk and meet his sweetheart, Stephanie, and she checked in tonight. We spent almost 2 hours on the phone talking, and I got to have the honor of hear her story from this side of Pat's life, and I shared her with her crazy stories, some of which he had shared and I corroborated. And I found I have a whole bunch of, well, I have some old pictures from my military days, 40 years. They've been in a box. And I dug some of them out and I scanned them and I sent them to her. So she got to see some of the old photos when Pat and I and a guy named Dennis, we shared a house together. And Kevin, there's a picture I sent her. You were there, Hamer. We were all down at Folsom Lake giving the one finger salute. Pat had his fins and snorkel and a mask on. He had one leg up in the air and he's doing this. Everything you need to know about Patrick Kevin Brody, it's captured in that picture, I told her. So she's a new part of the tribe. Please welcome her. She was Pat's sweetheart since I think she said 2018. And so he just passed in June. I found out about it on our 320th Security Police page. I sent him a friendversary that Facebook picked up on. I sent that a couple weeks ago and then just, lost track of time, and I always recognized and sent him a message on his birthday, and I realized, I've never heard back from Pat. And then I went and scrolled through his page and saw some beautiful postings from this wonderful woman and named Stephanie. And then on the 320 Security Police page, somebody had asked, coincidentally, gee, does anybody know what's happened with Pat? I haven't heard from him in a while. So I called his number and it wasn't working anymore. So I saw Stephanie's name on Pat's page and sent her a Facebook message, and she confirmed the very sad news. So that left a big hole in my heart yesterday. She has a massive one, obviously, but I told her if she'll check in tonight, I'm going to do some. We're going to do a couple of songs. I'm going to honor Pat's legacy, and because Pat, on that day we spent together around Seattle, he took me to. He was a big Jimi Hendrix fan and took me to Jimi Hendrix's memorial gravesite. Took pictures of me there, and then he and I went to a pub because he was Scottish and I'm Irish, and we had a great afternoon. And I don't drink a lot of beer, so tonight I stopped on the way home and I got a 6-pack of Guinness Stout. So that's what I'm drinking tonight to honor Patrick Kevin Brody, a brother from another mother, one of the best guys I've ever known. So here's to you, brother. We're going to get to some music for you in just a minute. Oh, cool. Let me get caught up on comments. Well, I need my cheaters today. Sorry. I try to squint through it. Z's here. Yay. Kevin says, Steph, I also knew and worked with Pat. He says, yeah, personality, sense of humor was signed as the great outdoors. Yep. Oh, Kevin's going to text Mandy. Yay. I get to sing the Elvis song for them that I played at their wedding. Yep. As big, his humor, he filled a room. He was unlike, he was just one of a kind, man. One in a million men. Oh, thank you, Amy, for that. Yeah, that was some really hard news. I was in tears most of the day yesterday. And then Stephanie and I talked last night, and had never met her before, and we were sharing tears and laughing a lot. I had stories of Pat she had not heard, and they're all true. And some she had heard, and I said, they're true. I was there. Z went to boot camp 41 years ago. Yep. Kevin says, remember that also filling my trunk with pallets with fires. We drank copious amounts of beer out there. Yep. Pat loved music. He was always listening to music. So, Steph, I'll get to some music in a second. What I didn't tell you was when we went to, Pat and I would work mid-shift, and then we were training partners. So we drive down to Capital City Health Club, the gym. And he loved to blast Judas Priest. So he would, I think he had a cassette tape. So he would put on like Metal Gods, and we would do funny voices and sing Metal Gods, and You Got Another Thing Coming. So he kind of introduced me to some of that. That was on the way to the gym. We got our blood pumping after working all night, and that was our pre-workout music. And he loved Judas Priest. Z says, I'm not old like you guys are. Right. Of course not. I got something here on deck I'm going to play for Pat. And he told you all about that too. Yeah. I felt like last night I mentioned, and I feel like today, I obviously don't have tons of pictures, but I feel like I've been the gatekeeper and the curator of some of those stories, either to corroborate and validate them or share new ones with you, which I hope I did. So, yeah, we would go down to the gym, and Pat did this thing, so he would drive, and he would race through a yellow light, and then he would turn like this and salute as we went through the intersection, like we were, like he had a dignitary. I remember he used to do that. It was so funny. We had a good time, and he was strong as an ox. I was pretty strong, but he was stronger. We had a lot of fun training together. Watching those old Steve Reeves Hercules movies, which I love. I had those on VHS. All right, so Sharona and I think she sang along. I don't know if she was able to stay. She's up near Seattle. Let me do another one. Let me get my pipes warmed up, and then I got something for Pat, and then I have something for Pat and Steph as well. I opened with some Steve Poltz and Jules, so let's do a little Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas, a friend of Steve's as well. Oh, there's Johnny, he's so sweet, he's booger sugar and devil's meat, hard as boardwalk bubble gum, and am smooth as 151. But hey, hey, it's alright. I don't mind, and I won't fight. Hey, hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Oh, and there's Larry, he's alright. He's a walking stick of lit dynamite. Always gets it wrong, and his heart's as soft as a chicken bone. Hey, hey, it's alright. I don't mind, and I won't fight. Hey, hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. We can lose ourselves, not find our way back home, till the whole world feels just like a Saturday night, without a care in the world, without a net underneath us, floating through the air, high as a kite. Hey, hey, my, my, you're as pretty as the big blue sky. Hey, hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Oh, and there's Barry, he's okay. He might even find himself one of these days with his diamonds and cocaine and his honey, I won't ever do that again. But hey, hey, it's alright. I don't mind, and I won't fight. Hey, hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, little Bob Schneider, a friend of my friend Steve Poltz from Austin, Texas. Getting this edition kicked off. Fiesta Friday, thanks to my tribe for being here. Seth says, yeah, we told, oh, good, yeah, the driving to the gym thing. Mark's here. Hello from Texas, right outside Dallas-Fort Worth area. Don't go anywhere. Kevin says, message sent, checking in a few minutes. Oh, okay, good. So I've got something from my friend Pat, but Mark's here, and Mark and Mandy, I call them the newlyweds. Today is their 4-year anniversary, and I know because that memory popped up in Facebook today. So I shared it this afternoon, and then I remembered I played an Elvis song for you guys, your wedding song. You're both there, but Mandy hit her screen time limit. I didn't know there was one. It's a laughing face. I guess it's a joke. That's funny. Well, hello, Mark and Mandy, the newlyweds. A toast to you on your 4-year anniversary. I had the honor of officiating your wedding. And so I got to play this Elvis song, which was your song of choice for your wedding. So I wanted to honor and just recognize your anniversary. And also, now there's a child involved, so that's awesome. Max, right? So that's a new addition. So the family is growing, so here's your wedding song. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Okay, that's to the newlyweds, Mark and Mandy, on your anniversary. Happy anniversary. Thanks for checking in so I could sing that for you. Kevin says 4 years and no Dutch ovens, but Max does share a lot of Thunder. Oh, okay, Thunder, got it. Mark says he's not wrong. Thanks for braving the humidity for us. Of course, it's my honor. That was a great day. Great couple of days, actually. I really enjoyed that. All right. That warms me up. I haven't done this in a couple of years. I did have the sheet music, or my lyric sheets, which I will need. So we're honoring our dear friend Pat Brody. Stephanie's a new Tribes member, so please welcome her. Stephanie was Pat's sweetheart. Pat and Kevin and I all served in the Air Force in Sacramento together. He was probably one of the most unique people God ever put on this earth. And Stephanie and I, we talked last night. We never met. For almost 2 hours we talked, and she said something that I agree. Pat was put here to make people laugh, and that he did. And as Kevin reminded me, also in some cases terrify people. For instance, driving a big bus full of GIs after a mid shift and making a left turn that turned a bus up on two wheels. Not once either, by the way. So that still made people laugh after the terror wore off. So so Pat was. There's not enough time to tell you about Pat Brody. I don't have clients tomorrow. I'm gonna put a memorial post up on Facebook with some pictures and stuff. I just haven't had time to get at it and do it properly. Pat was I was the oldest. I'm the oldest of three boys, and Pat was. I never had an older brother, so I always liked guys who were a little bit older than me that were, you know, kind of like an older brother figure. Pat was like that. I think he was 8 years older than me, and anyway, so we had a lot in common and we had a lot of fun. He was a great, unique person, but he was Scottish. I'm a quarter Irish. So he took me to a pub that day somewhere outside of, I don't know where we were, outside of Seattle. And it was like a Scottish-Irish pub. And so probably had Guinness there. And I'm pretty sure I had fish and chips or shrimp and chips. So I wanted to honor his Scottish legacy. So this is not necessarily a Scottish song. In fact, it's an Irish song, but I'm changing the word in here from Danny to Patty. And the reason is because I've known people who are Irish dancers and stuff. And if your name is Patrick, one of the nicknames or a different take on that is either Patty with T's or Patty with D's, 2 D's. And that's what I did. So I take this little beautiful, and also in Celtic I learned too, Scottish, Irish, Celtic cultures, they'll Patty or Patty is a nickname for Patrick. So I changed the word in this from Danny to Patty with 2 D's, and this is for Pat. So I haven't done this in forever, but I went through it a couple times today. And the last time I did this was Elvis's version, and that's the one I pulled up on YouTube just to get the key, which I was right, key of C. So we'll see how this goes. I haven't done it in a long time, but this is to honor our dear friend Pat Brody, and so I retooled this song for him. Oh, Patty boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow, and I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Patty boy, oh, Patty boy, I love you so. But when you come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I may well be, you come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say, and are they there for me? And I shall hear, though soft, you tread above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be. For you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. All right. There's a repurposed Danny Boy for Patrick Kevin Brody. So my version of Patty Boy. And Pat, that's to you. We miss you, brother. We all miss you, man. and you left an indelible stamp on all of our lives. So I wanted to sing that for Pat. There's Amy, the wonderful Amy's Heart. Welcome, Stephanie. Yep. And Steph, you're welcome. Kevin says, surely gone from us too soon. I'm sure he and Wendell. Yeah, Wendell Garrett. Yeah, I saw that. He passed a couple years ago. Are holding choir practice. That would be awesome to think of. Yep. Oh, Steph, I know. Nothing but tears. Okay, well, I'm not intending to, but don't get rid of your Kleenex box yet. This is my song for you and Pat. One of my favorites, and the only one that I know by, I can't believe I've been saying this since last year, the late, great Jimmy Buffett. That doesn't seem right. He should still be here. Pat should still be here. But we remember them. So, Steph, this is my song for you and Pat. Heading up to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I've got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter, rock and roll. And honey, I didn't know that I'd be missing you so. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in dark LA haze, and I just want you back on my side. Yes, and it's been quite a summer, running cars and westbound trains. And now you're off on vacation, something you try to explain. And darling, it's I love you so, and that's the reason I just let you go. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back on my side. I can't help it, honey, you're that much a part of me now. Remember that night in Montana when we said there'd be no room for doubt. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I know that it's pretty up there. We could go hiking on Tuesday. With you I'd walk anywhere. California has worn me quite thin, and I just can't wait to see you again. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in brown LA haze, and I just want you back on my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back on my side. Oh, there's some Jimmy Buffett in honor of Stephanie and Pat and their love story. So that's my dedication to both of you guys. So welcome my Fiesta Friday tribe. We are remembering. Kevin and I served with Patrick Kevin Brody in the Air Force. He passed away June 26th. His wonderful sweetheart Stephanie became friends with me last night. We talked for 2 hours, almost 2 hours, and she's joining us tonight. So I'm celebrating Pat's life and also their love story. And I got to sing the wedding song, yay, for Mark and Mandy. Right outside Dallas-Fort Worth, I officiated their wedding. Today is their 4th wedding anniversary. Can't believe it's been 4 years. I still and will always call them the newlyweds. Mike McCabe, is that you catching your last half tonight? Always welcome, never late. Mike's checking in from Michigan. Stephanie said that was perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. Steph, you told me last night on the phone that you and Pat started off just having a long distance phone relationship for a year before you packed up and moved to right outside of Seattle, where Pat lived, because he's just inertia that way. So I could not remember. Did you say you were from Iowa or Ohio? I didn't have time to go look it up. I just wanted to recognize that and honor where you're from. She's still, but Steph's in Colorado now. She left Washington State after Pat passed, so she's checking in from Colorado. Sharona's probably gone. She checked in from just outside from Seattle. Amy's in Ohio tonight, and Mike is in Michigan. So awesome! This is just the wonder of modern technology that connects us in a way. I love doing my Friday night sets at the coffee shop here for 10 years, my residency, but I couldn't have reached an audience like this ever. So, Steph, I just couldn't remember wanting to recognize where you were originally from. I just am blanking on it. Yeah, so you guys said that you had somehow connected. I don't remember how. Not important, but you talked on the phone for a year and then packed up and went to be with him, which is just beautiful. So I just couldn't remember what state you're originally from. I wanted to just honor that. Type that in if you would. And let's get some more music. Okay, I know what else. My muse told me you need to play this one. So you all remember anybody that knew me then, in 2011, so I had that terrific car crash where I got T-boned working on my last contract at a nuclear plant in South Carolina. And only by the grace of God and Mercedes Engineering, the side airbag saved my life. So you all remember my journey. And I had 2 knee surgeries and staples and screws in my leg. And I was sitting there in my rental unit with my leg up. And I had my MacBook Pro on my lap. And I was trying to do some research on healing frequencies of music. So this is years before I became a massage therapist and started doing energy work. And I heard this song from that I had previously downloaded from that Country Strong movie with Gwyneth Paltrow. And you remember that story? I said I sat there in tears and saying, as soon as I can play again, I'm going to learn this song, and so I did. And I was thinking to Pat, this kind of reminds me of just life and the way things go, and some people pass and some people stay, and how we meet one another and the mystery of all of that. So I do play this on occasion, so I wanted to play this tonight. It just seemed appropriate. When the stars line up, you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late, timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls when it could have been me, and I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine because it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took on, and I would have been one more unfinished song. When it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain because you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. When it seems true love's hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. You can call it fate, destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery. You can be hurt by love, or healed by the same. Timing is everything, and it can happen so fast, a little bit late. Timing is everything. And as my friend Steve Flowers used to say during my Friday night sets, I believe that's true. And I would say, I agree with him. All right. We're moving the set right along, honoring my friend Patrick Kevin Brody. His sweetheart Stephanie's checked in tonight, new to the tribe. Thank you for being here. Oh, Amy sent a globe, yeah, because so many out-of-staters are checked in tonight, which is also awesome. Gene, that's Kevin's better half, he would say. He's listening from the car again. Yay. Kevin's such a great tribute to a friend and fellow defender. Yes, he was. Yep, he was one of the most unique people. There was no mold after him, that's a fact. Oh, I know. So one thing Pat and I shared was a love of bodybuilding and weightlifting. And I play this on occasion because I told you guys when I was growing up, my parents had this album, this vinyl LP by the name of John D. Loudermilk. It was called The 12 Sides of Loudermilk, but it didn't have a cover. The cover somehow had been lost or destroyed. So it wasn't until I was an adult, a friend of mine located that album and sent it to me, and I got to see the cover. But it had all these crazy, eclectic, and pretty songs and all kinds of stuff, and I didn't know who John D. Loudermilk was, but he wrote Tobacco Road and so many songs that people have covered throughout the years. But there was this one song on there that I really loved, and it reminded me of comic books. When we were kids, in the back, they had those, X-ray glasses and a submarine for your backyard and your pool. And that also had the chorus by Charles Atlas, Dynamic Tension. And it had this little 4-panel cartoon thing where Mac is a guy in the cartoon, and Mac gets sand kicked in his face by the bully, and then Mac orders the Dynamic Tension chorus, and he goes back and he knocks the bully down and walks away with his girl. And this song's always reminded me of that. I think Pat would have loved this. My favorite song by John D. Loudermilk, and I've played it for you, but not in a while. So this is called Bully of the Beach. Now a great big bully kicked sand in my baby's face last summer at the beach. My baby egged me on until he stomped a hole in me. When I woke up, somebody told me she'd left with him arm in arm. So I went home and I ordered me a book on how to get to be big and strong. And now I'm doing 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, dumbbells, barbells. Boy, I'm the woolly, woolly bully of the beach, 'cause he is the bully of the beach, beach, beach. He is the bully of the beach, beach, beach. I'm gonna study up, then I'll teach the woolly, woolly bully of the beach. Ba-da-ba-da-doo, ba-da-ba-da-doo, ba-da-ba-da-doo. Well, I gained 20 pounds and felt like a bull, so I went down to the beach. Well, I saw them together, so I went right up. I was gonna slap him over his feet. Well, I hit him with everything that I had, but he didn't even move. How was I to know that he'd been reading up on muscle building too? And the nurse told me this morning, before they set the bones, that he does 500 push-ups, oh, 500 sit-ups, ouch, dumbbells, barbells, what a freak. The woolly, woolly bully of the beach calls. He is the bully of the beach, beach, beach. He is the bully of the beach, beach, beach. But they say I'll be healed in about a week, and then I'm going back down to see the bully of the beach. Ba-da, ba-da, doo, ba-da, ba-da, doo, ba-da, ba-da, doo, ba-da, ba-da, doo. I love that Loudermilk song. Pat would have liked that, I think. The bully of the beach stuff. Lifting weights, getting bigger. And going back down to take care of business. And I've always said, I wish he would have written a sequel. I want to know what happened when we went down to the beach. Because I remember spending many hours in the gym annex. That's right. As you helped me, I did. I remember us working out together, doing deadlifts and stuff. Yep. The annex, that's right. That was the gym annex. They had was it the main gym, base gym, and then the gym annex? I remember that. Steph, are you still there? If you are, I hope you are. We're starting to wind down the set. Type in where you originally came from. I couldn't remember if it was Ohio or Iowa. I was just sharing the story with the tribe, and I wanted to get it right. Where you moved from to go be with Pat up in Washington State. Hopefully she's still there. Okay. Stephanie says, Ohio. Moved from Ohio to Washington. Right, okay. Just hold that thought. Well, no, I'll go ahead and do it and segue into that song I'm going to end on after, not now, but in a minute. Yeah, so Stephanie, when we were talking last night, you told me that you moved from Ohio. I said, oh, I had a sweetheart in Ohio, and we had a beautiful long-distance relationship, and we're still friends, and I wrote a song for her. And that person is Amy that you see checked in here tonight that said hello. And there she's wanting to know where in Ohio. So this is just magic. Amy's here tonight. I told you a little bit about my story last night, and that's the person for whom I wrote the bedtime lullaby that I will end on. Not right now, but that's the person I wrote the song for that I told you about. So she's here. I wanted to play this one. So I love playing this Elvis song for Kevin and Jean because they've been married forever and they were high school sweethearts. And Stephanie, I also want to dedicate this to you and Pat because anybody that's on kind of our side of life knows that true love definitely travels on a gravel road. If it's true love, it's not going to be easy, but we make it through together. So I'm dedicating this to Kevin, Jean, and also to Stephanie and Pat, just to honor the love that they had. So here we go. How many girls choose cotton-dressed worlds when they could have satins and lace and stand by her man, never once letting shame touch her face? And how many hearts could live through all the winters we'd known and still not be cold? True love travels on a gravel road. Love is a stranger and hearts are smooth streets paved with gold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Down through the years we've had hard times and tears, but they only helped our love grow. And we'll stay together no matter how strong the wind blows. Not once have I seen your blue eyes fill with envy or stray from the one that you hold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on smooth streets paved with gold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, true love travels on a gravel road. Oh, I love that song. It's a great Elvis song. I only discovered a couple years ago, as I've told you, when I got traded in my car and got another one, and I had a free 5-month subscription to Sirius XM and discovered the Elvis channel and others, and never had heard that song before. Lifelong Elvis fan, 2 trips to Graceland, saw Elvis live Easter Sunday 1973, Veterans Memorial Coliseum, did an Elvis tribute show 10 years ago at Mexicali, Mexico. All of that, I never had heard that song, so I had to learn it. We're in no danger because I'm going over, so at the top of the hour. Oh, there's where Steph says she was in Dayton, Ohio. Okay. Yes, Amy's in Carroll, little village south of a sleepy little, beautiful little hobbit almost. It's just enchanting. And I was telling somebody about Carroll the other night, and I said, when you come in at night to Carroll, all these little beautiful homes in a row, these quaint homes in a row, and everybody's got an electric candle in the window. And I had never seen that before. And I was telling somebody from the Midwest, said, no, I've never heard of that either. And I said, it must have been a Carroll, Ohio thing. I'll never forget that. You're welcome, Kev. Stephanie says, beautiful song. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Steph says she's going back to Ohio for her daughter's wedding. Yep. What did I want to do? Oh, yeah. So my muse was saying, okay, make sure you play this one. As you know, I refer to him as the elder and wiser Bruce Springsteen. So I love the song. This is about, as I've introduced you before, this is about hanging in there for one another. When we see on the news and the world is just so full of people leaving other people behind, and if we get out of step or lag behind, we wait for one another and we support one another. And I love this song for those reasons. We said we'd walk together, darling, come what may. Like come the twilight, should we lose our way? But if as we're walking, a hand should slip free, and I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind, wait for me. We swore we'd travel, darling, side by side. We'd help each other than stay in stride. But each lover's steps fall so differently. I wait for you. Should I fall behind? Wait for me. Now everyone dreams of love lasting and true, but you and I know what this world can do. So let's make our steps clear, that the other may see. I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind? Wait for me. Now there's a beautiful river in the valley there neath the oak's bough. Soon we will be wed. Should we lose each other neath the shadows of the evening tree, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind? Wait for me. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind? Wait for me. Darling, I'll wait for you. Should I fall behind? Wait for me. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Try to fall behind. Wait for me. Oh, there's a little of the Elder and Wiser Bruce. A nice song about love, being there for one another, propping each other up as we stumble, helping each other along through life. My dear departed, I can't even say late, friend Pat Brody was a true friend. I know Steph can give witness to that. He was a great source of support, a true friend, a companion, somebody that was always there to make you laugh in the hard times. And we're remembering him tonight and their love story. So thanks for joining Ann. And the Irish part of me has a Guinness Stout, nice and dark, to honor my friend Pat and his Scottish heritage. All right, we're down to the end. I saved the best for last, not because I wrote it, for the person for whom it was written. So, Steph, this is that song I told you that I wrote for Amy all those years ago, her little bedtime lullaby. So I would go visit her, and sometimes in the winter, she had this beautiful, nice little two-story house, and it was in the winter because I remember I had my fleece pajamas on, and I was downstairs with my coffee, sitting on the floor with my guitar and just doodling, and Amy was upstairs, and so I had a lot of time to just sit and do some coffee, and I started just playing around with this melody, and then later I put some words to it, and so this is the bedtime lullaby that I mentioned to you last night that I wrote for her called Stardust Lullaby. When you go to sleep at night, remember to let your soul take flight. But if you drift away too far, I'll write a moonbeam to where you are. The stars are calling, and I am falling. As you lay your head to sleep, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, just breathe my name and call me there. I'll sprinkle stardust in your hair. The moon is calling, and I am falling. If I could lay you down to sleep, praying alone your soul to keep, the night is calling, and I have fallen. So sleep you well, my turtle dove. You'll forever be my one true love. There you go. Oh, remembering the life and legacy of Patrick Kevin Brody, one of the most unique people ever put on this planet. As his sweetheart Stephanie said last night, he was definitely put here to make people laugh, and that is true. And so we're remembering his life and legacy, taken way too soon at the end of June 26th, just a few months ago. So we're remembering him tonight with song, and I will definitely be working on a memorial for him, a Facebook memorial. Steph, thanks for sending some of those pictures, the more recent pictures of him last couple of years. So with your permission, I definitely will include those in the montage I put together of my own. He was proud at Scottish Heritage. I'm a quarter Irish, so it is Guinness Extra Stout tonight with a slice of lime, remembering our good friend Pat. And so thanks everybody for checking in to Out of State. Sharona was here at first. She's outside. She's at Seattle. She had to dash off, but she stopped in just long enough to sing a song with me on her end together. Amy's in Ohio. Mike's in Michigan. The newlyweds checked in. Mandy and Mark from Dallas-Fort Worth area. Did I get everybody? And Stephanie's in Colorado. So what a beautiful gathering. And as I always say, no matter how large or small, is an esteemed group of tribes members. So thanks for welcoming Stephanie to the fold. And thank you all for checking in. You're welcome, Amy and Z and Jean. Amy says, thanks to the music and the stories, Bruce. Oh, I have so many stories of Pat Brody, some of which can't be repeated. Kevin knows what I'm talking about. Well, they can be, but it's like they're awesome. He was a character. Steph says, of course, he would be honored with the memorial. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of this evening and allowing us to memorialize Pat and you as his sweetheart. You're welcome, Mike. Thanks for being here from Michigan. It was a great night playing music, and sad remembering our unique friend Pat that's gone, but we have memories and photos, so glad to share those and remembering him with song tonight. You're welcome. All right, my tribe, as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thanks for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping those immune systems bolstered up. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, sliding into your weekend. I will be back, same bat time and channel, on Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Soulful Sunday. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for being here, Tribe, as always. Within a few seconds, I will archive the show. So I know Mike came in late. If you wanted to see what the discussion was about, our dear friend Pat Brody passed away. We served together. Kevin and I served together with him. Stephanie was his sweetheart, and they had a beautiful love story. So we were celebrating his life and legacy in some songs tonight, remembering a few stories. So once I archive it, you can go back. I always keep them. They don't ever expire. So they're there as long as you want to go back and watch. So have a great rest of your Fiesta Friday, my tribe. Enjoy your beautiful weekend. I will be back for Soulful Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll see you next.